One of the toughest communication tasks requiring straight-talking candor is challenging an idea, disagreeing, or saying no diplomatically. The boss comes to you, and it's a bonehead idea. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't deal with that issue straightforwardly. Or maybe I'm okay with the idea, but I need to raise some factors that you haven't really considered. And I want to do it in a way that I live to talk about it. It's not a career-limiting move, as we say. Because sometimes being right gets me the booby prize. Especially if it's a highly power-oriented person, an ego tripper. How can we challenge ideas and raise new factors and variables or even disagree in a way that flies under the radar of that boss's hyperactive ego gland? We use a technique called the balanced response. There are 4 steps. The first step is to attentively listen to the person's idea. Even if I disagree with it, he wouldn't know it because I'm not rolling my eyes. I'm taking it in like he's the pitcher and I'm a catcher of that idea. I'm not going to have a knee-jerk response that prematurely cuts him in. Oh, the lawyers will never agree with that. I'm really hearing it. He doesn't know if I agree or disagree because I'm accepting and absorbing the idea. The second step, I'm going to paraphrase the idea, the thoughts and feelings within that idea. I want to remember the 5 sisters, Clara and Vera. I want to clarify and verify that I understand what it is that the boss is suggesting, even if I disagree with it. He wouldn't know it because I'm non-defensively paraphrasing it. Every idea deserves its day in court, so I want to hear it fully and prove and demonstrate that I've heard you accurately. The third step of the balanced response technique is to sincerely cite the merits that you see in the person's idea, even if overall you disagree. Here's what I like about your idea. Well, we're really aligned on your goal of ... I can see benefits. One payoff of what you're talking about, Joe, is I'm telling you what I like about the idea because every idea has some redeeming qualities. Otherwise, I would submit to you that maybe you're being a little rigid, aren't you? Maybe I can't find anything content-wise that I like, but I can at least reinforce the energy and the commitment and the passion that you obviously have about this idea. If there aren't any, then maybe you can even stroke the incredible creativity the person has. You know, Don, I can always count on you to think outside of the box. I want to attentively listen. I want to paraphrase the idea. I want to cite the merits of the idea. And then fourthly and finally, I'm going to diplomatically and tactfully but firmly surface my concerns. What factors aren't you thinking of? What are my concerns about it? One issue we could run into. You see, I've earned the right to tell you what I don't like about your idea. And there's a higher likelihood that you're going to hear it because I've invested my goodwill in telling you what I do like about it. You're more likely now to be okay when I withdraw from that emotional bank account as I tell you what I don't like about it. So I'm going to cite my concerns in a tactful, non-absolutist way without using the word but. Here's what I like about your idea, but the but simply discounts everything that's come before it, meaning what I appreciate about your idea. That's like me saying to you, well, hey, I really like your tie, but that shirt you're wearing with it, what are you thinking about? You're thinking about the shirt. You forgot about the tie. Let's eliminate the word but or the spirit behind but. We don't want to knock down what we like. And that means being careful about the distant relatives of but, which of course are however and nevertheless. How can we do that? A lot of people say, well, I simply say what I like about your idea and then have silence. My concern is I say what I like about your idea and I can then say, at the same time, I do have 1 or 2 concerns. May I share them with you? Or I simply use the word and. Here's what I like about the idea. And one thing we might run into is that's the kind of recipe that brings success as you speak truth to power. To live to talk about it, to do your job, by boldly going forth where man was not meant to go, and that means challenging an idea, even of a power-oriented egomaniac. I'm going to hear the idea non-defensively. I'm going to paraphrase. I'm going to cite the merits of the idea and tactfully surface concerns without using the word but. That will avoid a career-limiting move.